To our UK Freedom Seekers webinar. We are really pleased to be with you from the, looks like it's rainy UK. It certainly is where I am anyway, in the south of the UK. I just want to briefly introduce myself. My name's Rachel, and I came into this business to work online because I realised that actually online is probably the way to go in terms of making an income. And I came from a mixture of the corporate world and working really hard being an equine podiatrist as well. So I came in looking for time and money freedom. I met these other three lovely ladies in this business. I didn't know them before, and we decided to get together to do a UK webinar to share the business with you. But before we launch into that, I will let them just briefly introduce themselves.
Hi everyone. Hi, so my name's Helen. I came into this business also because I needed something that would I could make an extra income from which didn't take up too much of my time, because also being busy in a full-time job, I didn't have a huge amount of time to go and do work for hours and pay. So I came into that for this reason, and I shall pass on to Elaine.
Hi there, I'm Elaine. I came into the business because, having worked over 35 years in the corporate industry, doing the long 9 to 5 hours, I wanted more time and wanted time with my horse and my family, and was looking at my retirement plans as well.
Hi, I'm Lorraine, and I work in a factory, and I started this online business because I needed to get away from my very stressful charge hands job and the boss that I worked for. So creating another income online was better than finding another job. And that's mine.
Okie dokes. Thanks, ladies. I'm sure, Elaine, you don't look old enough to be planning for your retirement, but there you go. I'm sure
you're too kind.
There will be people watching who are probably resonating with some or all of those reasons why we got started in the business. So I want to just invite you to have a think about, why are you here? Why are you watching this webinar? What is it that's drawing you to watch and see what we're up to? And have a think about also, what does freedom mean to you? Because it's different for everybody. So for me, my priority is definitely time freedom. It's getting some of my time back, because I just always seem to be constantly working, especially being self-employed. So does freedom mean time freedom to you? Does it mean financial freedom? Does it mean that you could walk into a shop and not have to worry about, I can have this and not that? Actually, I could have all of it if I wanted to, or I don't have to make cheaper choices. So why are you here? Have a think about that. And also, drop us a little comment in about where you're tuning in from, because this really truly is a global business, and that's one of the beauties of working online. Although the four of us are in the UK, we're all connected across the planet with various other people in this business too, which is really cool. So without further ado, let's just explain a little bit about what this business is and how we're going to share with you the vehicle that we partner with to be able to work towards discovering the freedom lifestyle we're all talking about. So first off, the formula and the 3 pillars of the business that we're going to talk to you about. Firstly, you want to find an irresistible offer that people want, need and love. That's really important to start with. And then secondly, you need to be thinking about monetizing your socials without having to do that horrible selling to friends and family or sending people cold messages. And the third pillar that we're going to go on and talk about is how you would leverage automated sales and systems for yourself. So let's get started on pillar 1, which is about finding an irresistible offer that's something that people want, need and love, and is a win-win for everybody. So what we're looking at is something that's highly profitable, otherwise known as high ticket, words which I never knew anything about when I was your side of the screen. And it needs to be something people are investing in for themselves anyway. So as we'll go on to explain, the offer that we're with is a company that works in the health industry, and everybody invests in their own health in some way, shape or form. You also need an offer that's proven to work and convert, and it's got a long-lasting track record. And with this particular company, as we'll explain, they've been around for 48, 49 years now, coming up 50. And they have proven to work and convert, because some of the people that have been in this business for a fair bit longer than we have are now making some pretty epic incomes, which again, we'll share the figures with you through this webinar so you can see what we're talking about. The offer also needs to be, as far as possible, recession proof. We all know what happened in the last few years. We all got locked down. People couldn't go to work. People had to rely on government handouts to work. What we really need is something that is proven to work through a recession, and online is fairly recession proof. In fact, this company actually made growth in the last recession. And it's also fairly well-known fact that millionaires are created in recessions too. So this is a way that you can look at improving your income and staying online if you happen to be locked down again. It needs to have a roadmap to long-term wealth building. And we have that, which again, later in the webinar, we'll explain what we've got in terms of education. I can definitely speak for myself when I say I came into this with very little experience of anything. And I'm pretty sure the other guys are going to agree with me. None of us really knew anything about technology. None of us ever thought we'd be this side of the camera on a webinar, and probably none of us wanted to be quite honest, when we started. But the way it's all set up is it helps you to develop the confidence, the understanding, pushing the right buttons, hopefully. Sometimes it doesn't work, but we're not perfect. But there is a roadmap to help you. So if you're feeling imperfect about starting this, perfect, because we were imperfect too. What you also need with an offer is making a high return on your investment. So every business requires a startup. And what you want to be looking at is what your return is on that investment. So, for example, when I went out and did my podiatry training, I spent a lot of money on flights, horses, training, hotel rooms, all that sort of thing. And I realized pretty quickly that per head of horse that I'm trimming, it's going to take a long time to make that back. Whereas with this offer, we do have a really high return, so you can make that back very quickly. And it also needs to be in an industry that's thriving and solving people's biggest problems. And as I've said before, this is a health product. So people are always looking for something to help with their health. So why would you want to create your own product versus affiliating with one? Well, if you're going to go and create your own product, usually you've got to put a high investment required in there. And usually that's a lot of money. And it also takes a lot of time to build your own product that then works and converts. And you'll be doing a lot of experimenting to find out what does work. Whereas if you've got an affiliate product like we have, that bit's already done. We know it works and converts. It's done so for years. So why not jump on the back of that and forget all the creation yourself? As we've said, most businesses require a startup and they usually wait 3 to 5 years to make a profit. Why not get involved in a business that you can actually start making income right from the get-go? And also you can get yourself into profit a lot quicker than that if you're prepared to get invested in it and put in the time and the effort. If you're creating your own product, you're also potentially going to be working alone a lot of the time, unless you can actually invest in high mentorship costs. Now, we're really lucky in this business in as much as we've got access to a lot of really good mentors. My immediate upline, she's been mentoring all of us, and she has gone from minus figures to very much plus figures, which again, we'll mention for you down the line in this webinar. But there is support and mentorship available. And in many other businesses, you will likely have to do everything and wear all the hats. So I know I speak for myself, and probably some of the others will agree with me too, that if you are running your own business, you are the accountant, you are the marketer, you've got to do the advertising, you've got to book your diary, you have to literally do everything. Whereas, again, as we'll explain through the webinar, we have automated systems to help you do that, which makes things a lot easier. So we partner with a company that's called Enagic, and they make water ionizing machines. So water is a product that people want and need and buy daily. So Enagic's vision is to create the best water. It's known as electrolyzed reduced water, and it's very rich in hydrogen. It's known as Kangen water. So it really helps to nourish and restore the body to optimum function, and it's super hydrating. But not just drinking water. These machines sit on your countertop in the kitchen, attached to your tap, and you can use them for upwards of 60 different uses to replace other products in your home. So, for example, you can create a very low pH acidic water that you can use to replace bleach. So instead of having to have toxic bleach all over the place, you can just use that water for a much more environmentally friendly product and replace the bleach that you now don't have to go out and buy. And I think I mentioned before, it says 47 there. I think the slide's a little bit out of date. I think they're 48 now. Year award-winning Japanese water technology company. They experienced 17% growth in 2020, and that's whilst the world was locked down. It's a sustainable, zero-waste, non-consumable product, and these machines are built to last. They are looking to be lasting 20 to 25 years. So they're pretty solid things. And they can be shared and sold using social media through attraction marketing or traditional marketing methods. And with this company, they don't sell anywhere else. So they put all their focus back on their distributors as well, which is why the compensation plan is so amazing. And again, we'll share that with you shortly. In addition to the water machines, we also have a fantastic shower attachment product. So you can shower in nice, clean, ionized water and have nice healthy skin as well as drinking the water. So without further ado, I am now going to hand over to Helen, who's going to do the second part of the first pillar and explain what this low profit, high profit stuff is that we're talking about. Over to you, Helen.
Hi, thanks, Rachel. Yeah, so if you're anything like us when we first started, you may not understand what the difference is, you know, what low profit and high profit means. You may never have heard that term before. So basically what it means, we're all used to things being sold online, like pharmaceutical, so like beauty products, makeup, that sort of thing, health shakes. Those are what would be classed as a low ticket, low profit item. So basically you're selling a product that's under valued at under £100. You might get sort of £20 to £50 commission if you sell those products. But you have to do a lot of work to get to any decent amount of money when you're doing those sales. So really, you whatever the amount of sales you're putting in, it's the same amount of effort whether you're doing low profit or high profit. The difference is if you're doing high profit, you're selling a product that is much higher price bracket, and therefore you get a much higher commission back for it. So you know, for the same amount of work, you're going to be making a profit a lot quicker and making a better income a lot quicker. It's going to be very difficult to make a very high income really selling the low ticket items. So you could be, you know, making 2 sales and have your dream income making 200 sales. So if we click over onto the next slide, then we can go through a little bit about the commission structure that we have with Enagic. So it looks a little bit complicated, but don't worry, I'll run through it. So we have there 4 slides, and it just essentially goes through the options of what you can come into the business on. So you can come in on a single product, and that would be your K8, your water machine. So we all come in at the level of 1A, and the commission structure is set up as what we like to call pieces of the pie. So at 1A, you get 1 piece of the pie. So you sell a K8, and the commission you get on that, we work in euros. So the commission you would get on that is 285 euros. As you go through the ranks and you go up, so you can see you only need to make 1 to 2 sales in your 1A lane before you rank up to 2A. And then you're making 2 pieces of the pie. So you're making 570 euros for each sale on a single K8. The way we like to try and come into the business as a speedier way of making your way through is to come on what they call a trifecta or quad, which basically means that you buy either 3 products or 4. So you can see the levels for the trifecta there, but I'm going to come over to the quad. So if you come in with 4 products, you can come in with 2 water machines, 1 of the shower units, and a product called Yukon, which is essentially a turmeric product, which comes in the form of capsules or tea. If you come in with 2 K8s, then you can either have one in if you've got a kitchen and another room that you want to put them in, fair enough. But what a lot of people do is they will hire out their second K8 so that people can experience the water and experience all the benefits of the machine for themselves. And that way, you know, you can make sales in that way as well. So when you come in on a quad, you've basically, you're buying the Inespa and you're selling yourself the other 3 products. So you almost jump ahead to the next level. So you come and your first sale to somebody else will be in your 2A lane. And if they come in on a quad, then you can be making 1,630 euros on that sale. So you can now start to see how you can make your return on your investment pretty quickly if you're coming in and using these strategies to make your sales. And we will teach you how to do this. It's all in the platform, so you don't have to be worried and confused. We'll go into that later and how that works with our platform that we partner with. So I want to snip onto the next slide, which can really show you where this business can take you. So everyone comes into business and we aim to get up to a level of 6A. So when you get up to this level and you've made your sales, so you can see it's 101 total sales there, anywhere in your team. So that includes people that are making sales, but that you bring into the team as well, their sales count. Once you get onto 6A, you start getting bonuses as well. So you can get this is American dollars, you can get a 3,000 American dollar bonus when you get to your rank of 6A. And then once you keep going up through those, you come onto this middle lane here, and you start to get not only a much larger bonus, you're getting $25,000 bonus, but you also get an automatic bonus monthly for life. And that's not dependent on sales. You never derank in this business. You can get up to a certain level and you could go and have a year out and you won't derank. You'll keep making the same level of income on your sales. And once you get to that level and you're making your monthly bonus, that becomes legacy income. So what that means is you can then will that income to your children or to family members when you pass. So this really is such a unique system and such a unique commission structure. It's patented by Enagic, so there is nothing else like it. And Enagic have a 500-year business plan. So they are coming up to their 50th year next year, and they are not planning to go anywhere just yet. So you can see for yourself that when you're doing well in this business, you can really take it to as high a level as you want to take it. It's all up to you. So I'm going to hand over to Elaine now, and she's going to go through a little bit more detail on how we work and how we monetize our socials to get these sales.
Thank you, Helen. Just flick that slide over. So Rachel mentioned, and Helen has also mentioned about monetizing your socials, but what does that actually mean and how do we do it? Well, everybody, even my 86-year-old mum, are on social media. There are several sites to choose from, platforms to choose from. We've got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc., etc. And most of us are on one, or some maybe on all of them. And you're watching this webinar now on social media. So instead of just scrolling through, you know, aimlessly looking at people's videos and that sort of thing, why not take that time and use it to make a payroll? And bearing in mind that the figures show that all of us, or the majority of us, are actually checking our social media accounts at least 100 times a day. Can you believe that? But then when you think about it, think about what you do. You're always looking at your phone. So we check our socials 100 times a day. That's a lot of opportunities to put your product in front of somebody and get your eyes on the offer. So we go about building a brand known as a personal brand, and it is now known to be the #1 future-proof skill set. And this is how we monetize our socials. So what is a personal brand, I hear you ask, and why is it so important? Well, people no longer resonate with being pushed products or services all the time. Nobody wants to be bombarded with the salesmen and the saleswomen that we used to have many years ago, if indeed they ever wanted that, I have to say. But we now connect far more by seeing people and seeing them as who they actually are. So we know in our business that to make a purchase, to have somebody make a purchase from you, they need to get to know you, to like you, and to trust you, and to trust that person behind any offer that is put in front of them. So this is what we teach you to do. We help you use attraction marketing so people come to you when they are already interested in your product or your offer. There's no more cold calling. There's no more bugging family and friends like the old days. And you don't have to spend 24 hours a day on social media either. We're trying to get time freedom here as well as, you know, an income and that sort of thing. So there's no spending lots of time on social media. You simply need to share your life and who you are with other people. So they want to see the real you. So what are your interests, your passions, your hobbies, your horses, maybe your pets, your family, really allowing people and your audience to see the person that you actually are, is how we go about creating a personal brand. Now, there are two ways to do this business and two ways to use your personal brand, and we have two strategies that we like to teach. The first one is called organic marketing. And to do this, you continue posting on social media, which is what most people are already doing anyway. And you do that for free. It's free of charge at the moment. It's free of charge. And those posts show up on your feed. They also show up on the feeds of people already following you. And we can teach you how to increase your following. The other way is to make paid content. There's a small spend behind it, but here you choose how much you spend. So there is, you know, you put a limit on what you are comfortable with, and you create something like a Facebook ad or an Instagram ad, something like that. And by doing it this way, it helps you to reach a much larger audience, worldwide audience, without a doubt. Now, neither way is any better than the other, and it's entirely your choice which way you choose to go. But for us, generally, we find that using a combination of the two techniques together can be really extremely effective. So organic marketing focuses on building your audience over time. Paid marketing uses methods to target, reach, and convert audience quickly, in a much quicker process. The main thing to know is that the techniques are all shown to you in our training platform. So we teach you everything you need to know. We support you fully from day one, right through the continuation of your business for as long as you run your business. You have full support from us and the company. So that's all about how we monetize socials. I'm now going to hand over to Lorraine, who is going to tell you a little bit more about that wonderful platform that I hinted about just now. So over to you, Lorraine.
Thank you, Elaine. So the automated and sales systems that we've got is something that's put in place to help you run your business as effectively as possible. So this is where you can make sales 24/7 with a system that does all the heavy lifting for you. So everything is in place and you can start straight away, and you don't need to do any of the work yourself by setting anything up. We have a truly automated business that does everything. It's got process, funnels, emails, marketing, sales team, and a support. And that's all there for you to utilize for your business. Because without the automation, you have no business. And this is where you can free up your time. This is where you get your time freedom from, which is why most of us have joined this business, because we just want some more time freedom to enjoy a life that we want to do. So the automation takes potential customers through a sales qualification process and a sales team that do the calls on your behalf. So you don't need to worry about that either. Next slide, please. So this is your digital playground. And this is where we teach you to monetize your socials, which is what Elaine's just gone over, to help you support and partner with a high profit offer with no need to worry about what to offer or create on your own. And we have all the automated tools and systems, mentorships in place so you can take action right away. So inside the academy, this is where you have access to our discovery process. You can choose the high ticket, high profit offer. You'll also be run through so you can understand the numbers. They will also help you look at the legacy wealth and the long-term vision that you have. Your education and training and high-level masterclasses, money, mindset, and launch your business course, access to exclusive masterminds each year, and one-of-a-kind global community. The discovery process is where you receive coaching and you get crystal clear on what you desire and what you want to claim for your life. So why is it that you've joined this business, and what is it that you want it to do, and how you want to progress moving forward. The business has a due diligence process that breaks down exactly how we offer and what we recommend works. And then a 45-minute call with the digital business specialist. This is where you will then go over what it is that you're wanting to create in your lifestyle. These are just some of the experts that we have that do the masterclasses for us and the training, and you will get access to all of these in the platform. So that's the end. Oh no, there's money mindset, sorry. This is where you powerfully launch your business with a course of step-by-step modules that offer you the potential to be making high ticket sales within as little as 30 days. And then the global community. This is where like-minded people make changes and connect and collaborate. So this is a full-on learning platform where you can launch your business, start your business, and then take it to the next level. When I say next level, this is where our mentor come into this business with a $40,000 debt and has just recently purchased a 96-acre farm from running this business online. So I'm going to hand you back now to Rachel, who's just going to finish off our talk.
Thanks, Lorraine and Helen and Elaine. I feel listening to us all, it sounds like a trip around the UK, doesn't it, with our accents as well. But yeah, what Lorraine was saying, it is truly a global community, and there are so many amazing stories of people that have literally joined this community, built a business, retired themselves, retired their husbands, they're traveling the world. Just imagine how it would be to be out there traveling with your family, sitting on a beach somewhere, you pick up your phone, you do half an hour's worth of work, you make a couple of sales, there's your money for the next couple of months. And I'm not joking, there are people out there doing that, and that's why we all joined, and that's what we're aiming for. So I want to invite you to think about your vision. What is it you want for your life? And if not this, how are you going to achieve that? Because for real, some of the things that have happened in this community, just unbelievable. So a couple of the top guys, when they joined, I know Lorraine shared about our mentor, but a couple of the guys that are in the top end of the business at the moment started from where they could not afford to buy rice and eggs. They had to put them on credit cards, and they found a way to get started, and they have literally exploded their business to where they're now receiving six-figure passive income every single month. It's beyond your wildest dreams. So if this is speaking to you, let me explain to you what your next steps are. So the training platform, for the first month, there's a 50% special offer to get involved, and that's a $49 US to get into the platform. That means you can take a look through the door, and it's also fully refundable. So if actually this turns out not to be for you, and that's okay, then you can have a look. If you don't like it, you can go and get your refund back. So it costs you nothing to have a look for the first month. There literally is nothing to lose. So if that speaks to you and you want to find out a bit more about it, reach out to the person who invited you here. It might be one of us, hopefully, maybe you're seeing this webinar and you've been talking to somebody else and it's the same business. But if it's one of us, reach out to us and we'll be happy to talk you through the next steps. You would then need to register and get access to the academy. And then you book a call with your digital business specialist, which, as Lorraine said, they will then go through what is your vision and how you can achieve that with this business, and make sure that you're really connected to your vision as well. Then you would complete your discovery process to get very clear on your goals. And then you go ahead and you launch your business and you step into the wonderful training we've got. You follow that roadmap step by step. And because we really want to support you to get started in your business, if you're interested in get started, connect with us and we will set you up with a free mentorship, which will fully support you to get your business started. It's a 30-day mentorship in which all of us, when we started, we all jumped into the mentorship at the beginning. Because why would you not learn from people that have already walked this path before? So that's our offer on the end of this webinar for you. Hopefully you've enjoyed it and we've explained ourselves clearly as to what the craziness is that you're seeing us post all about online. And I just want to leave you with one thought, which really resonated with me when I first heard this. And that is, what is keeping you so loyal to a life that is keeping you so stuck? If you want to be unstuck and get moving forward towards your goals, reach out to one of us, come and join us, come and have a look through the door, come and see the amazing stuff that we know exists in this business, and let's talk. So thank you from all of us for your respect and attention, and we hope to see some of you on the other side.